Hey, welcome to the show tonight. Thanks for tuning in. It is Monday, and I'm trying to get back on track with my Monday night podcast. This week, number 73, I've got my friends in Fallen Fear in the house. Fallen Fears in the house.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me, y'all. Let me introduce everybody. So we got Felly up there and left. We got Damien right behind, and Felly's on bass. Damien guitar. Kevin right beside him in the middle, guitars. Chris, vocals, and then right there to the right, we got Andy on drums. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me, and thanks for joining me for the show. We got a show coming up this Saturday, so I appreciate you guys jumping on the bill. I think it's going to be a great fit for my AC/DC tribute band, and you guys, the way you guys rock. I've seen you guys on videos. I haven't caught you live myself, but I've seen you on videos, and you got some great presence, man. Great presence on stage, and I also know you guys won a battle of the bands as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was a great time playing over there at Mesquite Street over there.
Yes, sir. That was a surprise to us. I was surprised. I didn't expect for us to win like that, but we played our hearts out. You know what I mean? Like we always do.
That's what did it, man. You got to lose yourself in this shit, man. And people recognize that, and they'll get behind it. They'll get behind it. And way to go, man. I love that stage at Mesquite Grill, Mesquite Street. And I wish they would have more shows, because it seemed like maybe it was just that, and I haven't heard anything else after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't heard nothing too much from there either.
Well, I hope they put that thing back in action, because it's a great venue. It's nice to have something close by, and I know that the more venues I have, the more competition is out there, and it kind of takes away from some of the crowd. So I can understand that's business part of it, but nevertheless, we need more bands coming down here and places for them to play. So I just hope Mesquite Street gets back on it, because that's a great venue.
Most definitely. We would definitely love to play there again. That'd be awesome.
That's funny you say nevertheless.
Oh, yeah. We were going to announce today that our new single is coming out. And it's called Nevertheless.
Nevertheless, no shit. All right. When is that going to drop?
It'll be on probably the 1 week. There we go. 18th of this month.
18th of this month. All right. Nevertheless. All right. Well, you heard it out there, guys. First, it's going to be dropping fresh, some new Fallen Fears. The track is called Nevertheless, and March 18th. All right. Get it on your favorite platforms. Go to their YouTube and check out their, subscribe to their YouTube channel. Check it out right there. The new music will be posted on there too, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It'll be everywhere.
Awesome. And then go to your favorite platforms and see if you can get a pre-save on that track as well. So that's awesome, man. Nevertheless, let me ask you, where did you record it at? Did it happen to be the same place you did Epitome of a Downfall?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Where at?
Harbor City Sound Lab.
Oh, no shit. Okay, badass.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Hey, he does great work over there. No wonder it's sounding good, dude. Really good.
That we've been to go and record with, and
Yeah.
they both do a very good job, both of them.
Most definitely.
Love both of them.
Yeah,
That's tight.
Yeah, one of them's Brian, and the
Matt.
other one's Matt.
So it's Brian Garcia and Matt. What's Matt's last name?
Russell, I think it is.
Yeah, and they both do a splendid job. So it's like kind of like a hard decision between who we would want to work on our song. You know what I mean?
I get it. I know what you mean. And so Matt and Brian have been rocking there for a while. I know they've been taking care of a lot of bands here locally.
They introduced us to at least two of them.
Yeah.
Who did they tell you about?
Chill Killer was
Chill
the
Killer
first one, and
and
Razcat was the second.
Yeah, right.
Razcat and Chill Killer. We have to hear these bands, man.
Yeah, we just have played with them not too long ago. Razcat, right?
Yeah.
They're a crazy band, but I love them.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. We played with them at the Artesian. I'm not exactly sure the date,
It was
but
a few weeks back.
yeah, a few weeks back.
In January.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that there's a big, it seems like there's a big rock crowd, group of bands that are coming around. You know, we got you guys, there's guys like Excess, who's also playing with us Saturday.
Funny story, man. I went to school with at least half of that band.
Actually, the whole band. I went to school with the whole band, basically.
Are you guys based out of Alice?
Yes, sir. We're based out of Alice.
We're here right now.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. So, yeah, I knew that half of the band was from Alice, and the rest of is it from Robstown or Corpus or a mix?
Nah.
In a way,
for those guys?
I want to say like 3 of them are from Alice. I went to school with 3 of them, except for one of them, which is their lead guitar player. He's not from around, but he's
very cool. Well, like the other guys we mentioned, like Razcat, there's Mariner Bay, there's God, they're on the top of my head with not Top Dog. Help me out here.
Not Top Dog. I'm blanking all of a sudden. Oh, like Identity Crisis.
Identity Crisis. Yes. Hell yeah.
Amte.
Yeah.
We got these kids coming around. They call themselves Censored.
Oh, Censored. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't played with them, but we've been
checking them out.
Oh yeah, we saw you at their show because you were playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're great. Those guys are jamming. Hell yeah. I love young bands, man, getting out there. You know, I'm 54. I've been doing this since I started playing drums in '83 in my first cover band, and playing Metallica and fucking Stephen Wolf and Black Sabbath covers at parties. And then I started my first punk rock band, and later on in '83 called Aggravated Assault, and just been jamming ever since, dude. I maybe have had 1 year, not even a whole year, that was just waiting for another band to jump into within shit. So it's been like 40 some odd years, but it's been a great ride, dude. I'm telling you, rock and roll kicks ass, and there's nothing like being on stage, like you guys are already figuring out. It feels great, and it's like a drug to me. You know what I mean? That's why I got like 5 bands. You know, because
and most definitely, like my buddy said too. Every time you get on stage, you get a chance to do the song a little different. Like when you're playing live and stuff, you can spice it up in the moment. Aside from the recording's always going to be the recording, you know. But when you're playing live, like you can,
it's always going to be different.
Yeah, you can. In the moment you're feeling a little more riled up, you might speed it up and do a little twist on it. You know what I mean? Especially the guitars, man. They be going all out and shit. You know what I mean?
They're making Andy want to speed up a bit, maybe.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Sometimes it's,
you know, it never fails. You know, whenever we're learning a song, like in my band War Cult, for instance, writing original music, kind of starting things off a little slow drum wise, just for the sake of just kind of learning all the parts and getting the skeleton together. But then, you know, when you feel good about it, it's like, hey, it's ready to play. We have that, you know, I guess we call it like stage timing, because you're going to be a little bit faster. You know, whether it's just being up on stage, when you finally get loose, those songs kind of get a hair faster. You know, and I think everybody kind of feels it on stage and as a band, and it's just the energy that when the band's clicking, that it just kind of happens to all of us naturally, right?
We figured that out by trial and error, to be honest with you.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
We will go back, we watch our videos, and we will try to time the beginning to the end of our song. We'd realize we're playing it up to 5, 10 tempos faster. And we're like, what are we doing it so fast for? We would ask each other.
But it's how it feels.
Sometimes we bottle it down.
Right, the feel.
Sometimes we bottle it down to being just energetic. Yeah.
That's what it is. We get in the moment. And you know, us being rockers, we just kind of sometimes we lean into that downbeat, and before you know it, everybody's like, "Hey, watch it! Don't get too fast now."
Yeah.
And it can happen, dude. It can happen, but it feels so damn good. Before we get into some more of these tracks, because I want to be talking about some tracks on the Epitome of a Downfall. I want to give a shout out to some friends we already got joining us in the chat room. I want to give a big hell yeah and shout out to my friend Matt Ganthu.
Hey, that's my brother-in-law.
Hey, brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Great people, man. Matt is the man. Oh, yes. Great work. Always fucking up to changing and making everything something special his. And I just love his creativity. We got another friend. Oh, Chris. Great band, man. Hell yeah. You got to support. I can't make out the name. because I'm not wearing my glasses. I lost my glasses, but it's very cool, like some sort of TypeScript.
Yeah.
And also Christina Reyna, she's in the house. Says hi, Felicia. Rita's in the house. Hello. What's up, Rita?
Hello.
Serena, Chloe, sending some love. And also, did I miss anybody? No, we got Christina. Well, great, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in the chat. And if you got any questions for the band, please shoot them. All right. Now, getting to Epitome of a Downfall, your debut album. So the whole thing came out September 20 last year, right?
September.
Yes, hell yeah, man. Nothing like having your first album come out, man. God, feels so powerful. And it's so easy nowadays. Back in the day, we had to put shit out on cassettes. You know, when we were first getting shit started, it was you make your jam, and on a home jam box, you made copies and you passed them out at your gigs. And if you're lucky, maybe you sold them for $1. But more than likely, just giving them away free because you just want to be able to get your shit out there. But nowadays, you know, there's recording studios, guys, like, you know, at where y'all went, like at a Precision, and there's just, you know, a few to go to, but great work is coming out of these local studios over here, man. So it makes it real easy for us bands to get out there and put some really good quality work out there at, in my opinion, an inexpensive price. You know, when I'm thinking about a song being $500, $600, $700, or maybe even $1,000 a song, that doesn't bother me, because as a musician, I just want that one song to be fucking badass, and it's gonna leave that mark in history. And so, of course, we're all looking to save $1 and getting the most for our buck. But whether it's 500, 300, or 1,000, I feel like if you're working with the right people, you know, you pay for quality, and you know everything that kind of goes with that. You know, so that's excellent that we were able to get that first album out. And so I believe the first single on there was a hit, right? Know Your Time?
Yeah, Know Your Time did pretty good.
Who writes the lyrics for the band?
A lot of people like that song.
Chris writes the lyrics.
Yeah,
all the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm the lyrics.
Everything that has to do with words in the song comes from this guy's freaking head.
Yeah.
Except for things like that.
Very cool, Chris. I was kind of hoping it was going to be like that, because me as a lyricist myself, I don't like to sing anybody else's stuff. You know, between me and you guys, I've had a lot of friends say, "Hey, I got some lyrics, show me." And I said, "I'll look at them." But you know, it's so much easier, right, Chris, if you're singing out your own stuff. You know, memorizing those lyrics and getting the rhymes in, the paraphrasing.
Well, for a good while, we were doing covers, and goodness, I was remembering like 30, 40 songs. I don't even.
Yes.
I was remembering a lot of songs. I don't know, and I'm like.
A head break.
Yeah, it is. And then all of a sudden they're like, man, fuck these fucking covers, bro. Let's start doing some original music. After I don't know, it was so weird because the way that we made Know Your Time, and all of us were bumping heads. We were in agreement with each other. And then all of a sudden, I think Damon busts out his little riff, and then Kevin throws some shit in the back. And then, of course, Andy always picks up the drums right away. And then in the bass, there's the bass. You can bump in the bass, throw a little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I don't know, for some reason, lyrics just popped in my head. And I can't write a song like right lately. I kind of had a writer's block, but I'm saying like I can't write a song if it don't come to me like in the spine in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like while y'all are writing the song, like at rehearsal?
Yeah, well, if I'm not inspired in the moment for some reason, sometimes it's hard for me to write a song. Or I'll write sometimes I'll write like 4 lines here or like 8 lines there, and you know what I mean, and then put them together. I've had because I'm a rapper as well, you know what I mean. So I've had verses that I put together that are like 3 years apart, you know what I mean. And then
hell yeah,
randomly just make a chorus out of it, which eventually you'll see on the side me doing my rap thing, you know what I mean. But I mean, this isn't the band, but
to be honest, that piece where it has a lot to do with our first album. Actually, he's reusing a lot of his old lines, lyrics, and to be honest with you, it worked out very well. But this next album is gonna be fresh off the top.
No, I make a lot of these lyrics that the band wrote in the spur of the moment. Like I hear their melody and their riffs and stuff like that, and then I'm very in tune with the rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I start making lyrics. I feel like personally that I'm pretty good with my vocabulary, and I feel like I'm lyrically inclined in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I used to read the dictionary just so I could learn more words. You know what I mean, or like stuff like that. So, and not just that. I also try to write what I feel. I'm not really trying to. I'm trying to express what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And maybe somebody could relate to it. Maybe they don't. But I'm doing what I feel and express. It's all an expression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it. You know what I mean?
Fearless Fears. What's up, Rocco?
Hey, right?
Yeah, man.
Rocco and XS in the house. What's up? Fearless Fears. I like that.
There was a gig before we were doing, or I think we were starting to write our originals, and we were playing a show here in Alice at the Texas Nugget, and the owner of the bar came out and introduced us, and he said, "Give it up for Fearless Fears."
It's funny how sometimes that gets played out, or like if you a misprint on a flyer or coming out in the paper or some kind of write up.
I don't know, because he did it twice actually.
It was
really.
It was funny. It was funny though, but yeah, it was still a fun gig.
Shit like that's gonna happen. Hell yeah. But they won't forget you after that. Hell yeah. Once you lay out the jams, they'll get it right after that. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, Chris, I was gonna mention I could tell you had some great bars, dude. You had some good rhymes going on, especially on the song Perseverance. You know, when you're coming in on that first verse.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did. That was actually something that I grabbed from I have
cool.
I have stacks and stacks. I have so much lyrics. It's not even funny that I haven't even done nothing with. You know what I mean?
That's badass. You need to use that.
that was literally some rap. That was literally some rap stuff. I used like beats on YouTube to make that, or I'll mess with GarageBand on my phone and make my own little beats, and I'll start writing to them. You know what I mean? Like
yes. Hey, the true artist, pure, always creating, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So let me tap in. Okay, we got to talk a little bit about Know Your Time. Man, that's got a great hook right there on the chorus, man. Great songwriting right there. That being the first single. Going through it, man, my Spotify I like to do the shuffle. So, you know, I'm going to bounce through some of these songs, but the next one that really caught my ear that I really thought was hard, man, was Inner Warfare.
Oh, dude, man, and that's because the whole band wanted to drop it. I fought for that song.
Felly's like, no, come on, I want to put it on there.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Oh, that one.
They could never remember it.
That's fucking funny, dude. That how the decision making process. Now is it gonna go on? No, I don't want. And you know, we have our favorites. We'll have our. It's like, you know, we don't have to put out 7 songs. We can put out 6. We can just put out 5 and just put our favorite 5. But way to go, Felly. Way to go. Because now I got a chance to hear it. So fuck yeah.
That's nice. It be like sometimes every time we make a new song, it's like, oh, it's my favorite song. That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
Every time we make a new song, it's like, that's my favorite song now. You know what I mean?
I will be honest though, Nevertheless is actually my favorite song.
That one is
it's actually my favorite
right now. That one is your favorite right there. And I know when you're writing it and stuff, you get that fire up when it finally comes together. It's like, oh yeah, that's my favorite one right now. And that's a great feeling, bro. That's a great feeling. When the freshness and the next one just feels like the next, you know, that's my new favorite, man. You're writing some good stuff, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. So keep that hook going on. But I also wanted to shout out on that Inner Warfare, man. Chris, those fucking high screams, dude. You got some great high screams.
Hey, actually, I think in that one, he might be doing the high screams in the back.
What, Damien?
Damien's
back up. Yeah, David.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
it.
shit! Way to go! Hey, well, I got to give credit where credit's due. Way to go,
Yeah,
David.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Well, he does a backup vocals for
A few songs.
yeah,
He does
Yeah.
he does it from Know Your Time.
I can
He does them for Inner Warfare. He does the backups on Days Are Gone.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia.
I thought I'd seen him singing on the Red Rabbit video.
I say we both got our strengths and our screaming wise. So
Yes.
I leave while I leave to him, and then I sometimes I try to like put ideas or see the ideas that he has or
So
whatever.
like our idea is nobody's perfect, so whoever has a strong point, we're gonna go ahead and put it to use.
Facts.
And then most of the times, whenever we do shows, like say, hey, let's do a double breakdown. We did a double breakdown for Schizophrenia.
Oh,
And I literally hop off the guitar, and then he does the lows, I do the highs.
Yeah,
And it just sounds crazy.
Yeah,
We do
facts.
them
I've been getting a lot better with I feel like at this point, and so we're playing with you Saturday, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I really can't wait. I hope you like our performance because we're gonna. I feel like every time we play better than the last time. You know what I mean?
Ooh, it keeps getting better, right?
Even though we're playing the same songs, I know that like I said, you get a chance to play the song different every time. So
Yeah.
I really feel confident and hope that you like us live, and we can't wait to see y'all as well. You know what I mean?
Because I know personally, I've seen Tony 2-3 times already with a couple of different of his own bands, and hey, you put on a hell of a show, man.
Hey, 5 bands, man. Ooh, that's a lot to work with. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of music to memorize, a lot of lyrics, right?
I couldn't even fathom how you put that stuff in your head, man. I'm just like, man, this guy must have a lot of time, huh?
You know,
Oh, hey, that's the difference. You gotta make it a living, my guy. It's all.
You gotta put the work in, and you gotta love this shit. You gotta love it, and that's what I do. I tell my wife I'm a fucking singing fool. I see guys in restaurants and we go eat and they're singing and playing guitar. I was telling her on Saturday. I said, you know what? I'm gonna start that shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I can get a gig where but I'm just gonna sing. I'm not gonna sing and play guitar. Just sing. She's like, you better fucking not. Well, let me take the F word. She didn't use the F word. But anyway, she goes, you better not. You already got 5 bands already. I don't know when you're going to find time for that. I don't see you enough already. So bless her heart for talking. So to give me some perspective, because sometimes you never get enough, man. You never get enough. So anyway, she put me in my place. I got enough going on already. So I just need to focus right there. But yeah, man, as vocalists, like you mentioned, with all those covers, it's a lot. It's a lot to get all that stuff down. But I catch myself putting myself in my guitar player's shoes and thinking, how does he remember all this shit?
Hey, I'm here with you, man.
Right? I'm like, damn, dude, because you got licks and you're changing from chord to chords, and I'm not that. I've been self-taught as a guitar player by another guitarist in my band's Integrity. And only to the point where we had another guy that said, dude, I want to jam with you. I said, fuck, you got the job. I'm back on vocals then. But it was just out of necessity. But how do you guys do it? It blows me away.
We've stuck with the same people and routine for so long that I can't replace any of these guys. Like I couldn't find another singer, another guitar player, another bass player, another drummer. It's almost impossible at this point.
Yeah.
So like if there's no singer or drummer, or no guitar player, I'm like, I'll be honest, man, it's hard to even be a band. So
yes,
we try to stay prominent on being,
and trust me,
being together. I'm gonna be honest with you, we fight a lot.
There's times where I'm like, fuck, I want to fucking quit, man. I'm fucking in my head. I'm like, talking shit. I'm just talking stuff. I'm just talking stuff in my head because I got it. Like sometimes I got a short temper.
But at the end of it,
but then I'm like, man, I can't leave this band, bro. What the fuck am I talking about? You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, on Saturday, what the fuck am I talking about? But we're gonna sing for them.
So all in all, I like to see this. We're all a big extended family. I don't care if we're blood related or not. We're all brothers and sisters right here.
Yeah.
Facts.
I dig it, man. 110%. And that's how you know your band's really starting to click. When you start seeing things and feelings like that about each other, about the music you create with each other, and having those successful gigs, man, and just saying, God, man, we're kicking fucking ass, and it's priceless. It's priceless, and the music backs it up. And when you can go out there and deliver the jams just like you recorded, man, I know Saturday is going to be a badass show. I know you guys put on a great show, so I'm looking forward to it. And I like the fact that you have that perspective that every time we have a chance to play these songs, that gives us another opportunity to express it freshly. You know, tonight you're not going to get the same thing last night. I'm going to give you my best tonight, and you're going to feel it. You're going to know it.
Most definitely.
That's a great way of looking at it. I really like that about you guys and your perspective. Let me hit the next one, man. Schizophrenia. Talking to myself. Hell yeah.
That
was kind of Damien's brainchild.
It really was.
Yeah, he had
the riff.
The riff on that one.
It was inspired by the Walking Dead thing, and it just.
Oh, cool! All right.
I never watched it, but I just like the intro part of it.
Ah, you got something from that. Okay.
Even at that, like my part is basically like if I'm playing bass, but I'm just doing low end guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mostly based off of what he imagined it as.
And the solo for that song, I think it was Brian's idea from Harbor City to add a harmonize. I was thinking about it, but he mentioned it's like, okay, I might as well do it.
To be honest, it's like a last minute studio idea. Like it would have never been a part if nobody would have mentioned it.
Yeah. But it works badass.
Yeah.
It gives you that bullet for my Valentine vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, way to go, Brian. Hell yeah. You know, I'm telling you, man, sometimes having that other, you know, in your case, that 6-member or that 6-person that's there during the recording, the producing of it, having that outside opinion or idea can really fucking work.
Oh yeah,
it really can. So sometimes it's definitely worth trying. The way I always look at it is that if somebody has an idea, it's only fair because I expect my idea to be tried, that their idea is going to be tried as well. So let's try, and if it sounds good, we'll keep it because it's all about the sound.
All ears, man.
Right. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, no sweat. We're not, you know, something else is going to come up. But let's throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. And if it does, fuck, it's a keeper.
Yeah.
So also, I wanted to also mention the cover artwork for the single on Schizophrenia. Where'd y'all get that? That looked pretty cool.
Don't get me started, dude.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a it's half computer, half human.
Yeah. That's you, Felly?
It's our backyard.
Kind of. No, that's a Epitome Of A Downfall.
Oh wait, for Schizophrenia?
Yeah. For Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Oh, for Schizophrenia, it was like a weird. I don't know.
No, I hadn't seen it before. That's why I was like, man, it stands out. It's very cool.
Yeah, I fixed it up a little bit.
An AI photo edited by humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Put it to you.
There was a lot of editing.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's half computer, half human.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Well, it became original. You made it all yourselves. So also, let's also hit about where before.
Where before?
Okay. So
Where before? What's that song about? Can you tell me a little bit about that, Chris, or maybe how that came together?
Well,
so let me tell you that song came together because I spent a lot of time by myself, and I just so happened to one of these days crack open a fresh cold beer, sit down in front of my amp, and figure out what I could possibly do that might be fruitful for the band.
Yeah,
they could bring a good idea out of it. To be honest with you, man, I was scared about it because I thought it was too soft.
I was with him a couple of times when he was doing it, and he had the. I used the looper. Yeah, the looper pedal.
So basically, when it came to so I didn't exactly write the bass part, but I had an idea of it. So I used the looper to do the first guitar, second guitar, and the bass. But whenever I brought it to the band, it transformed into something else. So at first, it was just a stupid little recording that I had made.
Yeah.
But after that, it's the band's song now. It's something different. It's something whole. I love it.
The singing did not come out how I was planning it to be too.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot of people's favorite song, man. Despite it,
Felly?
Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Mine too. I fucking love it.
It's your song.
It's a jam. It is a jam, man. Big time.
Well, not even just the lyrics, but like the guitar, the lyrics itself. You know.
Yes, I was gonna say I made some notes here. You know, especially on the verses and the fucking chorus. When the chorus kicks in and fucking starts rocking hard, dude.
I can mention like majority of these songs are about overcoming adversity. You know what I mean? So,
great. Hell yes.
Yeah. So like that one. Where before it sounds kind of like, well, what is that supposed to be? You know what I mean? Where before, and I don't know why it came to my head, but that I say what I say
that double question.
I'll just lift I'll just lift above from where before. You know what I mean? From where I was before.
I just lit the what?
An exit is what. Check it out. This is what I said. An exit is what I'm looking for. Instead, what I'm finding it is war. I just can't take it anymore. I'll just lift above from where before. You know what I mean?
Tight.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the chorus on that.
Yep.
And then I'm
going hard too. Hell yeah.
So it's a lot of these songs. You look at the lyrics. It's more about overcoming adversity. You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel good, man, because that's the kind of stuff we want to kind of promote, man. You know, we all have our challenges, and that's that. I like to write that kind of stuff too, man. You know, I don't want to write about being down. You know, that's that's like back in the 90s and shit. I want to write about being up and being strong and being empowered and you know, being a gang with my friends and kicking everyone's ass, you know, all that cool shit, you know, but not letting anything hold you back and always being able to overcome, you know, obstacles and challenges that always come our way, because every day something's gonna happen, man. You know, for the most part, we have great days, but you know, sometimes you maybe have a fender bender, maybe you get sick, maybe in my case, I'm a manager over at the university, and you get a few people calling in sick, and you gotta work longer before you take your break or do whatever the case may be. But being able to rise above shit like that. And really write songs that are going to make people feel good about it is the kind of music I want to hear. So thank you. Keep writing those kind of lyrics, Chris. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Let me hit on Days Are Gone. Hell yeah. What inspired Days Are Gone?
Oh, Andy, go ahead. That's your story.
So I actually have like a bad back problem. My sciatica is really messed up. So I've gotten bed bound like 2 times in my life so far.
Oh, damn.
Be able to play anything. So Kevin, always here, cheering me on, my best friend. He was playing the guitar here in my room, and I was just there on my bed feeling all down. And I was like, he started, messing on the guitar, and I was just like, days are gone. I was being real. But so then we bring it to the band. That was actually the first song we ever wrote as a band. Know Your Time was our first recorded song and our first single. But Know Your Time, not Know Your Time. Days Are Gone. Days Are Gone was the first song we ever wrote.
Written and performed.
Wow, very cool. I like that story.
I think it's the last one we recorded, though.
It was the last song that we recorded.
The first was the last, and I still laugh about it.
Yeah. Right. How ironic that happened like that. Was it?
But a lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
So when it came to performing it live, we had a lot of people say they liked it, and the only reason we decided to record it was because people said they liked it, and if the people didn't like it, we weren't gonna put it out.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first, but I mean, it kind of grew on me.
Yeah, it became one of my favorite songs too. I don't know, they're all good songs. I personally feel like we made a good album, and I think I'm pretty proud as a band. You know what I mean? I feel like we did a good job.
Hell yes, absolutely, great job. It's coming together very fucking great, man. And it's just a combined effort from all you guys. I see it in the live performance that I've seen, and everybody really clicks, dude. And everybody's having a good time, and it just seems like a great moment for the band. So things are still, it seems like you're still in the honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? So let it last as long as possible.
One thing I can really mention.
That's a good way to put it, by the way.
Right.
Thing I'd like to mention is we thank anybody that supports us, and that's one of the things that's one of the main things that keep us going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we do it for the people. You know what I mean? Like I like to say, the gifts we have are for the services of the people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's why I like to, anything you do, whether it's the music to relate, or you know what I mean, get people on their own, or if you're a mechanic to fix their car, you know what I mean, you're there to fulfill some type of purpose, to fulfill, you know what I mean. That way we can all keep going. You know what I mean?
Yes. Keep spreading that talent and that love
Yes,
that we
sir.
all got. It's not everybody's got it in music like we do. You know what I mean? They got talents in other things.
Facts.
But we need everybody, to keep rocking and keep the juju and everybody working good together like that.
So long as you got a passion for it, man, pursue it. That's the only thing that keeps us alive.
Yep.
Absolutely, brother. Hell yeah. So tell me about Habitual.
Habitual.
That one,
one's okay.
and I can tell you,
honestly, I wrote the guitar parts for the intros, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was just messing around. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even taking it serious.
I feel like that's our weirdest song.
But
It has a different vibe than everything else, that's for sure.
We kept bringing it up.
Yeah.
It became a thing out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
what? It's a thing, and I enjoy it.
I can say though that
That breakdown though, it serves
Yeah.
one of our best breakdowns.
yeah, that's actually one of my favorite breakdowns to do.
Fuck yeah.
And then it's also based off like addiction. If you look at the lyrics, it's talking about like being addicted to, I guess, being maybe alcohol, or maybe a buzz, some type of buzz or something like that.
So basically, the song
Like-
has a substance abuse theme.
Yeah,
It was
You
called
got it.
Habitual Self-Destruction.
Oh yeah, that's the original name.
Yeah.
Habitual self-destruction.
Yeah,
about that.
self-destruction.
I
Okay.
as being a young person, I had my couple of alcohol abuse problems and stuff like that. So that's what inspired, like trying to.
All of a sudden he went ding, idea.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I guess me thinking like, damn, I got like a habit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I kind of wrote about that habit. You know what I mean? We all got habits, and some of them are good habits, and a lot of them are bad. So that's what that's about. You know what I mean?
Yes. Hey, I get it, man. I'm one bad habit I got is I'm a sugar addict, dude.
Facts.
Hey,
It don't necessarily have to be alcohol or drugs.
It don't, dude.
You
It don't.
You can sugar.
I'm a caffeine addict, man.
Yeah,
Tell
You
me
see,
caffeine.
I'm me too. I love the rush.
this-
I love the. I could do an energy drink at least once a day, but I can't.
It has
For one, they get a little pricey.
nobody
but
drinks. Nobody
I
drinks.
love that jolt.
Nope. Nobody drinks just one.
I know, right? Exactly. Once, 1,000's not enough, but one's too many. It seems like, geez.
Yeah.
But when it comes to sugar, they tell me I'm borderline diabetic,
Oh
and
no.
and my conscience, dude, I feel like I wake up some mornings like, oh, I feel like I'm light today. That means I could eat a few more donuts or whatever.
I can say as I'm learning and growing, that one of the hardest things to do sometimes is have some self-discipline. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I'm
Yes. Self-discipline, man.
slacking, bro. I'm slacking on self-discipline.
I'm gonna
sometimes.
be honest, man. I'm prominent on self-discipline over the fact that I almost passed away last year, and to be honest with you, ask any of my friends, anybody, I bring it up a lot, man. It's kind of something I just talk about, but if I wouldn't start exercising at the time that I did, if I wouldn't start eating right or doing anything right, I probably would have got sick, and it wouldn't be me anymore, because
Damn.
I had a near fatal injury, and I'm just like, you know what? After this injury, you might want to start taking care of yourself, or else there's not going to be a self.
And this guy started working out and everything. Like,
So
Damn.
I'm careful about my sugars. I'm careful about my caffeine intake. I'm careful about
I'm gonna go take this phone.
my vitamins. I take fish oil every day. I'm just.
That's great.
I'm
Yep. I take the fucking the Q-Nol or whatever the Q call. I take them. because I know what's it gonna hurt?
I'm
What's
not
it gonna fucking hurt? Little fish tablet, fuck it.
Next year I turn 25, or this year actually, and at this point I'm probably more scared than I'd ever been, because I'm getting old and there ain't nothing better to do than take care of your only
We're
vessel.
old. We're gonna be 25. We're so old.
It sounds like I'm talking out of my ass, and I'm 25 and I say I'm getting old, man, but I feel different than I did about 5 years ago, and I feel very different.
Yeah.
Makes you
start noticing what you're doing, man.
it makes us like think back like what our parents like. Hey, well, wait till you're my age and type stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh fuck,
I'm like, oh no,
I'm not ready.
For real.
It's catching up, man.
I'm not ready to be your age.
But back to where we were.
But that's so true, Kevin, man. You like you said, you had that near fatal accident, dude. So when you get close and when you get too close to death, it makes you appreciate your life, and you really got to do everything you can to get yourself another day, and know that, hey, I'm doing everything I can so that way I can keep jamming. I can be with my friends and my family. That's where I want to be. I want to be right here.
Yes, sir. That's the whole idea.
You gotta be grateful for everything, man.
Yeah.
I say tomorrow.
Gotta be.
Tomorrow's not promised, if you ask me. You know what I mean? That's why I try to appreciate every day. You know what I mean?
That's the way to be, brother. Absolutely. Well, let's see it. Let me see. One more last one. It's like everywhere. So, what's everywhere? And the fucking chorus, man. That really it takes off.
The song is like everywhere.
Legit.
You got a little bit of reggae, you got a little bit of rock, you got a little bit of you got a solo in there. Where is it? Everywhere.
Okay, all right.
I said that like in a conversation, and I was like, oh, that's the name.
Well, actually, we were putting all our songs on the board, and we have a name for this one, and we just like the song was all over the place. So she just named it. It's like ... everywhere. Yeah. So we just kept it like that. Yeah, we just kept it like that and just left it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's another one. Like I said, overcoming adversity. It ain't easy.
That's tight. So I think we covered all the jams. Well, all 8 songs off of the Epitome of a Downfall, right?
Yes,
sir.
Man, I wonder. I really enjoyed. I must have gone through it at least about 6 times, man, and just enjoying it, dude. Just really enjoying your vocals, all the different kind of dynamics and range that you show, Chris, and musically the band's got so many. You touch on so many great styles, man, and you do each one of them really great. So I think Chris just provides that kind of that special voice that you need on top of a great band like you guys. So great chemistry. I'm glad to hear that you guys are just so fired up as a band and you got Nevertheless coming out. So I love that.
I'm very excited about that one.
Yeah, the wheels are turning. The rock and roll machine is going hard for you guys right now. You already have some merch.
Yeah.
Plenty, actually. Yeah. We got bracelets. We got CDs.
Where's the bag?
Shirts. And that's because I was thinking of wearing my.
We got buttons for anything you want to put on your shirt. Or you want to
we had stickers. We need more.
We got stickers, but we're gonna get some more.
Yeah.
Killer.
So, I'll be honest with you, man. This whole band was.
This is the.
We got CDs.
All right, there it is. Hell yeah.
Our shirts are somewhere over there.
We got stickers.
Well, definitely. I know you're going to bring all that with you to the show on Saturday.
Oh, yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. We'll be having it there at the show. And it's like I said earlier, we appreciate anybody's support, everybody's support. And, you know what I mean? It's a great feeling when, like how you say, complimenting our you know what I mean, our hard work, basically. You know what I mean?
To be honest, man, I got one thing to say about our whole origin, startup as a band. This honestly was like a whole. It's weird to explain, but we weren't even a band before we got asked about our first gig.
Can I tell the full story?
Please.
I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to know that story because that was part of the write up in there. So share that with us.
So me, Felly, and Kev have been playing together since we're like 12, 13. We've been.
Yeah.
Our first band was actually called Epitome of a Downfall.
Oh, was that 2013?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2013.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just a cover
Okay.
band. We're a little.
I was
We're
kid.
just little.
Shout out Destiny for the name, by the way. Oh,
Yeah.
you got it.
We were just little kids and
That's a
playing
cool name.
county fair and
Yeah, but nobody would say it right, so nobody wanted it.
It
When
was
we got back
always-
together, everyone's like, "Nah, man."
They
fuck
will
that
call
name.
it. They will call us Epitome of a
Epitome.
Downfall.
It happened, dude. When I first read it, I was like, And then it got me. I was like, it's Epitome. Come on. So
Yeah.
from then on, I
Hey,
I get it.
Epitome.
that's an epiphany.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm stupid.
He is stupid. So me, Kevin, and Felly have been together playing for a long time, and we. Oh man, I just totally blanked. We got asked by
Excess.
Excess
But
or
they
Rock and
weren't
Riot
Riot.
at the time.
They weren't Excess. They were Rock and Riot. You're
Yeah,
right.
Rock and Riot at the time because
All right.
Shout out to Rocket
I guess
I'm just playing.
people
Shout out
have
to
known
Excess.
that we played together in a band for a long time. We played
Like I said,
everywhere.
I went to school with those guys. They knew I played guitar. They knew I'd done this and that before. They knew I'd been with him before too.
So my train of thought keeps getting
They were trying
August
to fill in
2022.
their show with bands, and they asked us if we wanted to. So he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, we had asked about a gig."
yeah. I accepted a gig with no band, basically.
So I'm like,
Sure.
he's like, "Okay, where do we find a singer? Where do we find a bass player? Where do we find this and that?" I'm over here thinking, call Felly, ask her if she's busy, and I'll bring in this guy,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
he's not a singer, man.
So,
He was a former rapper,
actually, yeah.
and he's not even former. He's still a rapper.
But they don't even know it. Thought I've always just been rapping.
Yeah, we just
I
thought he
went-
was a pure rapper.
Yeah, when I was younger, I've always danced to punk rock and metalcore and all that shit. That's all.
Yes.
No effects, you know what I mean? Screeching Weasel, like the Casualties and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
And then I had a buddy when I was like 12, 13, show me Falling in Reverse and things like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
asking Alexandra,
Alessandra.
Alessandra, bro, yeah. Fucking, they're fucking high. You know what I
So
mean?
long story short, man,
And that's what inspired my fry screams is the Alessandra. I like the.
This
Fuck
whole
yeah.
this whole band was a last minute mashup that turned out to be a long term. Let's do this.
Right. So it seemed like it was going to be a one night stand, but it ended up being a long term booty call.
No, definitely.
And then how long did y'all go before Damien jumped in?
I think
Yeah,
the next,
we went
the next
about
June.
five or six shows before Andy was like, "Hey, I see this guy. It's basically he's younger than us. Technically, still a kid."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, what if you wouldn't mind if you brought him into a practice?" I'm like, "Dude, great idea. Bring him over. Let's see what's going on."
I saw his videos on like Instagram and
Yeah,
stuff.
just
And
started
that's 'cause
killing that shit.
He's my aunt's nephew, and my dad had shown me a picture of him like when he was 15, so it was years ago.
And he's
And he's
Yeah.
like, hey, start a band with him, play Avenged Sevenfold, but it never happened.
he's also my brother's best friend's nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
Damn.
He goes hard though. He kind of he surprised I think all of us, and we just started making songs. When he came in, not too long after that, we're like, man, we
I didn't want to do
No
covers anymore.
no more
After
covers.
after
I was
Know
like, thank God, I don't gotta fucking memorize songs no more. But we'll start writing it.
Know Your Time
Like,
was basically where we were gonna be like, yeah, we want to stop doing covers. Schizophrenia was where we're like, you know what, we're not a cover band anymore.
Yeah, it's easier to remember your own lyrics.
And after we did Know Your
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, we're like, what's our next song? We pull out Days Are Gone. We're like, yep, we're not doing covers.
Yes.
And then we
Now, because you've already had the background of covers, if there was a cover you guys would still do, which one would it be?
Oh,
Santeria.
what?
So
Sex and
Sex and Candy.
we still
We got
use-
our own little. We
We made a
own
punk
little-
version of Sex and Candy.
But,
by
uh,
Mason.
Oh, very cool from Marcy Playground.
I'm gonna give you my three favorites though. My three favorites were gonna be Everlong. And trust me, Andy hates it with the.
Andy fucking Taylor, that motherfucker.
Okay,
The
my
bad motherfucker, though, right?
gonna be
Shit, it's a fast song for a drummer right there because it's
actually
the whole way.
This is a Misfits cover, man. But Saturday
Great
night.
song.
Oh, Saturday night.
Saturday night is it takes me from the fucking
I got a few that I like to sing.
right by the ankles, but the last one's probably gonna be.
I like to sing the Weezer song. What's it called?
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
We all love that one.
Yeah, it's a banger too. Hell yeah.
I like to
Y'all
sing.
got some good choices right there. I'm just saying, I always like to play one cover. You know, I just think it's you know, back in the day when I had Killamora, we did Laid to Rest from Lamb of God, we did Angel of Death from Slayer, we did Territory from Sepultura. So we would.
I do want to do like a metalcore cover one of these days. It'd be cool.
We gotta teach Kevin.
Facts.
You know what I'm
That would, hey, it's to me the I sold it to my guys just saying, hey, a lot of people are hearing this for the first time, but if we play one song that they do know, it'll fucking give them a chance to fucking go crazy before our set's over if they really dig us. And so we learned one, and it was funny because from then on I started doing more covers, and my guys are like, fuck the covers. So the more I was jamming with the other guys' covers, we stopped doing covers altogether. So I got my kick somewhere else, but I just feel like, you know, sometimes, especially when you're a young band, playing a fucking song from a band that's influencing you, that you can fucking pull off hard. You always, you know, you leave that lasting memory in someone's ear. You got great hooks already, Chris.
Yes,
so they're gonna remember your hooks from your choruses and all that good stuff. So you don't have to really worry about that. But for some other guys that don't have such great hooks, they might want to consider keeping covers on the mix. But you guys have already graduated from that. So I'm very proud of you. Just like the guys from Excess, man. You guys have been down that road, had some fun with it, but now we got our own music to fucking put out. Right. So it's time for us to fucking put the hard work in and make our own hits. Make our own hits now. So, and you guys are at it. You guys are at it. Let me get to some more good stuff here. Now I want to go around the room. Let's start with Felly. Okay. Felly, tell me who or what inspired you to start jamming?
Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing.
Nothing's embarrassing.
I used to be like really into Fall Out Boy and Pete Wentz, the bass player. And one day I came home from school, my parents had bought me a Pete Wentz bass. I was like, okay.
Oh shit, it's on.
Yeah.
Hey, mine was Randy Rhoads. Don't feel embarrassed.
No, but
Randy, yes. Hell yeah. How about you, Damien?
Well, most of the time when growing up, my dad would listen in the car to Under Oath and All That Remains, and he'll play that CD like replay so many times. But as we're growing up, I started playing guitar. I learned Metallica, Black Sabbath, like basic beginner songs. And then I started to evolve in my music taste. Now it went from like rock and metal to like metalcore and all the other stuff and what music now is. But I don't really like the modern music that much. But most of the time I'm inspired by Avenged Sevenfold and stuff like that.
My story is a little. So Dad played guitar. My uncle played guitar. Dad had done it while I was growing up, and my uncle was a part of a band. I had so many years passed by that I'd seen pictures of my uncle on stage. I was like, man, I kind of want to do that. So whenever I was a kid, you know, I basically got introduced to Ozzy, Sabbath, and all that. I got introduced to Metallica, and every time I was getting drove to school, Dad was playing stuff like that on the radio. I was like, man, I really like this music. I see pictures of you guys playing guitar, and I'm like, I want to do that. What do you know, man? 5-6 years later, I picked one up, and I've been holding on to it for the past 14 years.
Damn. So it's very cool seeing your dad's picture up there saying, man, I want my picture up there.
Yeah, no,
I want to be upstate jamming and have my picture up here at the family's house. Hell yes, dude.
Yeah, it's just like I grabbed it.
I watched my pops play guitar and write his own songs, and he's pretty lyrically inclined himself, which I haven't seen him in a good while. He's out there in a different state or whatever, but he had a big inspiration on my taste in music growing up too, like punk rock and like what is the band Hawthorne Heights and stuff. Was it Tears Don't Fall with
Bullet for My
Bullet for
Valentine.
My Valentines and stuff like that. Like my he would show me stuff like that. No Effects was a big one that he would show me a lot too. And then of course I like I said, I was a rapper. I would jam to a lot of rap, but I can't even explain rappers that I jam to. Like I like more lyrical stuff aside from like mainstream stuff. You know what I mean? That's kind of hitting, I guess. Sometimes mainstream stuff is has good lyricism, but I've always been into lyricism and metaphoric stuff or
Yeah.
things like that. You know what I mean?
Very cool, Chris. Oh, yeah, and give me some, Andy. Who fired you up?
Andy's got his own inspiration. Andy is just Andy, but go ahead.
No.
He said, I like to smack things.
I started drumming when I was really little. I started drumming when I was 7.
Wow, dude, that's badass.
I was my uncle Sonny bought me the game Rock Band. You know that the plastic instruments.
Oh shit! Okay.
And that whole like set list of the first game where it had like just every alternative band. So
right,
I would play expert on the drums all day long, and then a year later, I think my mom got me a set, and I've been playing ever since. But like a band specifically, I'd probably have to say Pierce the Veil.
Pierce the Veil. Okay.
It was on Andy for a long time.
Yeah.
I do know that for sure.
Yeah, that's like my big influence. Just like I don't know, I played all the rock bands and all the music in there is super good. I mean, it's just a really wide variety of punk and rock and metal and metalcore. And,
so many bands,
yeah,
as a father, I'm really glad that these games were created because that's how my son was able to hear Rage, hear the Scorpions, and everybody else that we've been able to jam out to on Guitar Heroes on the Rock Band.
I like that. I like the Concrete Blondes and stuff like that, and like Pink Floyd and shit. They listened to that more when I was younger. I didn't really listen to it much.
But he's finding out what's going on.
Now my best friend lives in Corpus right now. He shows me like the Tragically Hip and the Who and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So or Dio. You know what I mean? Some Dio and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I've been getting more. I've been getting more in tune with the older stuff, which I've always knew about it, but I was more like modern punk rock, metalcore.
Yeah.
But I can dig Pink Floyd, or I've been jamming a lot of Buckethead, man. I know you know Buckethead.
Buckethead,
yeah.
Buckethead, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I was just looking him up. With me and my wife were watching him do a show like 2 or 3 days ago, and my wife was like, "What's the deal with him?" So she looked him up and saw a picture of him. It was an old school picture of him, nothing new, but tall, skinny guy, white guy, and what a shredder! What a shredder! The things he does, it blows me away. He's a badass motherfucker.
Have you ever heard of the Dude?
Oh,
no.
He actually has some
he's a YouTuber.
Some compositions on YouTube, but he's a guitar player. He's insane. He wears a mask like Buckethead, and I be playing around like low key. I have a little theory that
the Dude is Buckethead.
Yeah, but
you think so? Okay,
that's his conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's just me joking around. But that Dude is pretty crazy. He has one called Ascend, and it's like crazy. The way he composes his music is pretty wild. He does it with the piano, keyboard stuff too. You know what I mean?
By the way, man, I hate to interrupt, but if you see me bend down a lot tonight, I've been taking shots.
Right. It's all good. We're here to have a great time, and we're having a great time. We're barely hitting an hour here, so we're good. We're doing good on time.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that I would like to mention is in the future, I don't know, the close future, hopefully, I eventually want to be able to contribute some keyboard.
We've been thinking about that. I really want it in there.
I have some ideas that I want to bring to practice, and hopefully, in our newer, because we want to drop singles throughout the year and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so I'm hoping to be able to contribute some keyboard along with my singing, even if it's some simple stuff, but like a little melody that just brings it out bring it out even more. You know what I mean?
Something Andy has always said: simplicity wins.
Yeah, facts. Little fucking ambience. I don't know, something. I don't know, man.
It's weird, but it's little simple things that people like. They favor.
Yeah, facts. So
Yes.
eventually, yeah, that would be something we hope to do with the band, is contribute a keyboard, harmonize more with the vocals as me and Damien. Like I said, Damien's backup vocals, so I want to be able to harmonize more with that. Of course, these guys are always working on harmonizing with guitars as well with the bass. You know,
At least trying to.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's always we're not always gonna agree, but we gotta somehow agree in order to make something happen. You know what I mean? So it's all work, man. Communication.
It is. But it's the kind of work that it's very fucking worthwhile. And when it gets done and it falls and it works out, man, it feels so fucking good. So I'm glad you're thinking about bringing keyboards.
Yes, sir.
That extra layer is going to be able to bring, and it won't be on everything, but bring it to the table if you got a great idea for it, man. It could be that other piece that takes that song to another level and really just makes it,
stand out that much, yeah.
So great. I like that. And I like the harmonizing as well, guitar wise. That's always a hit and always keeps things interesting. And that's why Brian brought it up, because it sounds good to the ear. It just sounds good to the ear. So I'm glad he shared that with you guys, because sometimes when I'm in the studio, I tell them, I've worked with Robert Beltran the last couple of times, and I worked with him also doing my Kill 'Em More thing like 15 years ago, and the guy just got great advice. And if you got somebody that's got experience and is going to share something with you, try it out like you would try out any idea that you get from another band member, because you might just be able to tap into something that you had never given yourself a chance to experience before.
That's a bit of a mistake that I made last time we went to the studio. I guess I'm not very open to trying out new stuff in the moment, but I need to do that. But
be humble to those ideas. Be humble to those other guys' ideas.
That is my own personal opinion. So I guess I need to open up.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all about communication, and we gotta communicate about these things beforehand and in the moment. Like I said, be open with each other at all times, because if we can't be open with each other, then we can't really move forward to the next project. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you're gonna have regrets in the long run. Like, fuck, I should have said something. I should have said something.
Any bands out there that are together, you just like I said, sometimes you gotta be open and don't keep it in your head. And that's
for better or for worse. If you don't like it, say something, because as the song keeps growing, you're like, man, when you come to that one part that you don't feel good about, as a singer, for me, for instance, I finally got to say something before the practice is over. Say, hey, you know what? When it comes to this part, we got to figure something else out. So it's not clicking for me. And for me, we're gonna change one note. We're gonna change one riff. Instead of just doing that, you're gonna and you're gonna just one fucking note. It just needs a little different, and it ends up being enough to make things kind of logical in my head.
Sometimes,
but that honestly, that's another reason. I'm sorry, Chris. That was kind of a reason why we try to talk to each other and vote things in or out. It's part of the reason why we are how we are. It really helps to communicate.
It does, man. That's what's gonna make y'all tighter.
Yes, sir. In the long run, if you don't say what you think, then speak now or forever be,
For real. That's right. You're cheating yourself if you don't say something. Yeah. Put it out there because you care. For better or for worse, the rest of the members will appreciate hearing it, rather than you keeping it in and never knowing how you really felt about it.
And then possibly feeling some type of way later on, you know what I mean?
You don't need that kind of resentfulness or regret as you keep moving forward. Just
to me, it's all love, man. It's all love for the music, love for the passion and everything, you know what I mean? So, and love, like I said, love for the people that support us, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
That's how I feel about all that.
I got another question for you guys. I want to go around, but this time we'll start with Andy. Andy, tell me, what was your first concert? And if you haven't had a chance to go to say Pantera, for instance, what was your first local concert? I'm gonna go around the room. Andy, you share yours.
My first concert actually was Vans Warped Tour 20.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Who was headlining that one?
Oh man, I can't think off the top of my head. I saw a lot of bands, like I don't know. I saw like All Time Low, Mayday Parade, Yellow.
Okay.
Was
that an SA? Did you have to go out of town for that one?
Yeah, I went to San Antonio with my cousins.
We usually have to go to San Antonio or the Valley or Austin and see some of the best shows that end up coming to Texas.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, kind of when you're from Corpus, it's just the way it is, or from Alice, for instance. Okay, hell yeah, that was a good one. Chris, what was your first show or concert?
It's actually funny because I used to listen to EDM music too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually went to I don't remember when it was. It was around around the same time, 2013, 2014. It was called Winter Fantasy, and I got to watch Adventure Club, Showtech, and Showtech, and this all EDM like rave stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is I've never really been to concerts like that, but I went. My brother was going, and I went with my mom's like ex-husband or whatever. Like he was supervising me. I was only like 13 or whatever.
I'm still in time for the first concert.
Who else had Dead Mouse and stuff like that. But actually, to tell you the truth, the first I've actually really been to is recently. Kevin took me to a Metallica tribute band.
Okay, so it was Iron Maiden and Metallica tribute bands, and they did a very good job at Regent Street.
Oh yeah, and then we're having fun.
Hey,
we were doing a little small mosh pit.
Side quote.
Yeah.
He says side, right? He says side. That was his very first mosh pit.
Yeah, it was my little first little.
No, you're little, you're big.
I don't know. I was hitting the biggest person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this guy fucking fell on his ass like 2 times, man. It was a good time.
I'm not your story though.
Yeah, and then the probably what was actually big to me because Shattered Sun is actually from around here, so I got to see them when they played over there at Brewster Street.
Yeah,
and
that was a good show.
That was I was sore as fuck after the next day from all the fucking moshing that night. We were going hard as shit, man. It was pretty wild.
That was a great show. A bunch of badass bands played that night. Yep.
Yeah, man. It was awesome, man. Yeah.
Big one, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got some good ones right there, Chris. So tell me, Kevin, what was your first concert?
My first concert was by luck. You remember that old Zippo app you would get on your phone that you would get a virtual lighter and you could flick it open and you could hit the flame. It'll give you a flame. You never had it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a stupid old app. You get to collect virtual lighters.
Okay.
Laugh at me. Go ahead. Laugh at me. But I had it. You know why I kept it? Because it would notify you about local bands coming around. It would notify you about concerts and shows.
Oh, okay.
So I would, you could use the lighter as,
You got a light?
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's an old school iPhone, like 1 to 3 Zippo app, but I would use it for shows. And it told me that, hell yeah, Megadeth, Black Label Society, and Device were coming near my area. That's cool.
Yes.
So I'm over here like, fuck.
Gigantor.
Gigantor.
Yep.
You
that
know
was a good one. Megadeth. Fuck
they
yeah.
told me about Gigantor 2013.
How about that? That's tight.
I told my dad, hell yeah, it's coming to Corpus. He goes, you want to go? I said, yes. Turns out
took
that's not even the main show. I got to see one of the big four without even trying.
Right. Fuck
And this is before that Dave Mustaine had got throat cancer. This was before.
Yeah.
The drummer to Hell Yeah, which is also the drummer to Pantera.
Yeah, he was there too. Fuck yes.
He hadn't passed away yet.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to see so many good things I didn't even know about.
That was a good one. That's a great one right there.
I honestly, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I got to go see that, and I didn't even know this guy's about to die, and Dave was about to get throat cancer, and dude,
I know, right?
I'm just like,
you made it. You were there.
My first concert, man. If you want me to be honest with you, long story. That's my first concert.
Long story long.
That's a good one. Damien, what was your first concert?
My first concert was what is it? Well, it was a singer from Shattered Sun. He joined El Nino. He contacted my mom saying, "Hey, we got some free tickets and you can invite your family and my girlfriend too." It was a lineup of Savage Existence, Black Static, I think that was the name.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Black Satellite, there you go. And
yeah.
What was the other band? Devil Driver and Cradle of Filth and El Nino.
Oh, sick.
Cradle of Filth was the main headliner of the show.
Yeah. Cradle and Devil Driver were like the co-headliners. Fucking sick.
It was in San Antonio. It was like the most craziest show. We went to the back and funny story. My dad pointed out Danny Filth. He's like, "Is that Danny Filth?" And I guess he heard it. He looked, pointed at him and went like this, and literally my dad was in shock.
Dude, that's the same reaction I had whenever I saw Zach Wild. I said, "Is that Zach Wild?" My dad goes, "Yeah." I started running to the front of the crowd.
Hold on, I gotta move real quick.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was my first show, and then the second one was, I think Shattered Sun finally got back together, and all like Chris, Kevin, Andy.
Oh,
the reunion.
Yeah,
the whole band went out there.
Not Fetty, but the rest of us, yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Until they were already over there.
This one freaked me out with this. Was your brother, right, Xavier?
Yeah.
Dude, they were literally moshing like crazy. They're all getting like thrown around. Like what the?
Hey, we're going hard. And I told you the next day I was so sore, bro. I was going.
No. I was fucking sad. You want to know why? I was recovering from a broken ribs injury. I was like, man, I want to jump in.
Oh, dude.
If I do, I get hit one time, back to the hospital. I'm like, man,
right.
I want to jump in. I was like,
we went hard for him though.
Hey,
we went hard for him. There you go. What are bros for? Hell yeah.
I was going for the biggest guy, so I wouldn't have to hold back. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, all right, this guy. I know this guy can take my shit. You know what I mean? Boom, you know.
Hey, that's funny, man.
I was also going along with the aggression, like how it's fun. It's fun. If they fall, you help them get up.
Yes.
It's all fun. Everybody kind of like sense on expressing yourself and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's all fun, man. I'm actually supposed to go. I think it's in November in like Florida or something. The Warped Tours, the Warped Tour thing. My girlfriend saw the stuff like that. I'm not. There's so many bands playing. It's like a 2-day thing. So yeah, my girlfriend pre-ordered that thing, so we're like paying a certain amount every month so we can get the tickets.
Oh, cool! There you go. Just paying it off a little bit at a time. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh, it's like
Hell
9 months. It's like 9 months, so we got some time, and we're hopefully gonna go over there, check that out. That's probably gonna be the biggest thing I've ever been to. I've never really been to too much concerts like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be a fucking huge rock show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let me ask Felly. Felly, what was your first concert?
It was Fall Out Boy in Austin. I was a very lucky child.
Honestly, I didn't get to go with both of them.
No, it was when they first got back together. Like, it was the Save Rock and Roll tour, and my dad, he had gotten laid off, so he got us tickets. Like, he was able to get us tickets right then. It was crazy. Yeah, shout out to my dad.
Fuck, badass.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the show that
Was
wasn't the show that both of y'all went to?
No, it was 2013. It was like right when they got back together.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I like Fall Out Boy.
Me and Felly have also seen Fall Out Boy together, and I went.
The only reason I didn't go is because I was not into the band at the time. But
and she saw I set
they grew on to me.
She said she saw I set my friends on
They
fire.
do grow on you. I know. I know.
They did.
I got them on a playlist or two. Yes, they grow on you too. But yeah, Pizza Jammer, Pizza fucking Jammer, all right. Fuck yes. But the singer, man, he's getting some fucking notes.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gets some fucking great notes. So shout out to that motherfucker. I tell you what. Now I want to ask you. I love movies and I love science fiction. I love horror. So let me start. Damien, do you have a favorite sci-fi or horror movie, or are you more like into comedies?
Oh man, you
What's
got
your
the right guy.
Okay, well, I
You
never
got the
told
right guy.
anybody this, but the Lost Boys, the first one that
Fuck.
way back
Yeah,
then,
the first Lost Boys. Yeah.
Hey, that's good
all
shit.
time.
Good shit.
But,
Cry, little
but I'm
sister.
glad that I
And
do
then that
like
song
the
comes out
alien.
there.
You guys are you're gonna hate my fucking opinion.
I just joking. I was just saying, all the Alien movies, all the Predator movies, I really love those. Like, I literally just bought an action figure like a few days ago that cost me almost $40. And
Alien or Predator?
Alien. It's the Alien
Ooh.
Romulus one, but it was the closest thing I could get to like
Pretty good size.
Yeah, it was like I would say.
Wow, dude. I love collectibles too. Hell yeah. So
Oh.
Alien, hey, I'm a big time Alien fan, dude. Hell yeah. I watched this show that was kind of about like the making of the first few aliens, how they talked about where all these different ideas came from. So I wish I knew the name of it, dude, but it was fucking good. If you like aliens like I do, I know you would appreciate all the background that came out of it and why they did so many different the different scenes, especially in the first one.
Oh yeah.
But that's for a different episode. But yes, I'm all over that. Aliens and Predator all fucking day. And then when they made an Aliens versus Predator, it was about fucking time.
That was shit.
That was
good shit.
It was a Predator
That was
movie that I
some
saw, and it kind of tripped me out because it was like it's basically like one of the what's it called? I don't know. They made him like what is it? Oh yeah, one of the first predators, but he's hunting down all the other predators and stuff like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty crazy, and the way he looks, it just looks all disgusting. I was like, I love it.
Yes. Hey, before I get to you, Felly, I want to give it. We got some new people jumping in the studio over here. Want to give some shout out to our brother right here, Marcus Leal, homeboys from Alice. You know, Marcus is a great young band. I see a lot of me and the Shattered guys when we first got going, playing the VFWs and the KC Hall. And it's great to see these guys getting on some national bills and climbing the ladder. Props to you, Tony, for giving them some love. Keep killing it, guys. Well, we love you, Marcus. You know, Marcus swim the current. You know he's fucking kicking ass right there. And of course, we can't wait to see the new Shattered Sun, the remaster. I know they're back in the studio with Robert doing the remaster of Hope Within Hatred. It's gonna be killer.
That's my favorite.
So,
Hey man, let us know if you need an opener. We're down.
you heard it, Marcus. That's right. Fallen Fears, get them on the lineup. And get War Cold too. We all want to be there. Hell yeah. We love you guys. We love Shattered Sun. And happy birthday, Henry. Today's Henry's birthday.
yeah.
Yo, happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Henry! Hey, he's one of my inspirations to include the keyboard, man.
The keyboard, that's right. Yes. Hey, Henry fucking rocks the keyboard back there, dude. Fuck yeah. Makes it he's the shit. He might have some ideas for you, so that's good. Hit up Henry, tell him what you got in mind, and he'll probably have some good stuff to share with you. Also, Feliciana Perez, Serena's still here kicking. Rafael Rios, hell yeah. Rafael from Arizona, Scullium in the house. My friend Pierre, thanks for getting back to the show. Pierre, he's a regular here on the show. I'm glad we're back. Predator, come on. And Lieutenant Dan. Oh, fucking Lieutenant Dan's in the house. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. So let me get to, we got some Alien Predator love from Damien. Felly, what's your thing? Do you like sci-fi, horror, comedy? What kind of movie
Back
gets
to
you?
Future is my absolute favorite movie ever of all time.
I'm gonna have such.
Back to
bad
the Future
movie
3 is on top. I don't want to hear any arguments from anyone, dude. It's the best one. It's
Back to the Future 3?
yes.
Oh shit! Oh wow! I'm surprised because that's an old school one. All right. Hey, it kind of brings it all together. 1, 2, and 3 right there. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Shout out to oh goddamn. All I can think is fucking Parkinson's. Jesus.
Hey guys.
Shout out to my guy, Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, yeah.
Give me his name, Felly.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. fucking Fox.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Growing Pains. Hell yes. Grew up watching that shit. So great one. That was a good one right there. All right, Kevin. What do you like out of sci-fi, horror, comedies? What's your gig?
You want to laugh, man? Forrest Gump.
Oh shit. That's a good one, man. That's
Shout out to Lieutenant Dan.
Uncle Dan, right? Lieutenant Dan. That's right. Hey, Lieutenant Dan.
I've been saying this.
I like that, Kevin. I like that. Much love. Yes.
Forrest Gump is one of my most favorite movies because the topics that movie runs over, you get to see a lot of historic things. It's so funny.
History.
So it's heartwarming. I just love the movie, man.
It is.
Mom,
Very heartwarming, man. Golly.
If you want to, but
Mama said these are my made shoes.
I love you, Jenny.
All right.
Oh, good stuff right there.
Yeah, I love the fact that Lieutenant Dan's a part of this here. Hey, shout out to you, man. That's a cool account you got there. But yes, Forrest Gump is going to be my all-time forever for no reason. It's a family favorite. I love it.
Damn good choice. Chris, tell me, what do you dig?
Man, I've always been an action movie freak, like some Tony Jaa, Jet Li type stuff. You know what I mean? I do like cartoon movies, like like old school, like Bambi type stuff, Brother Bear. Like I like stuff like that's weird. My all-time favorite cartoon movie is what is it? The one with where he kind of dies and he goes to the afterlife and stuff. What's it called?
The blues guy?
No. Oh my God, can't I think of it right now? It's a good one.
Soul is the jazz one. I really like that movie.
He dies and he goes and they said the Day of the Dead and stuff like that.
Coco?
Oh, Coco.
The Book of Life.
The Book of Life.
Hey, Coco. Hey, that's a good one.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Now I'm kind of an anime nerd. You know what I'm saying?
One Piece.
One Piece. I've been
Yeah, all right.
watching Bleach right now. Though.
At this point, it's 2 Piece, man. There's a lot of episodes.
But I watch a lot of anime right now. I'm not a movie guy at this moment. So
That's cool though. What do you think, Andy? What do you dig?
I actually don't watch a lot of movies.
Stop lying.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
No, you liar.
Go back through time.
You've seen everything I haven't.
Well, my favorite movie is the stop motion animation movie called Coraline.
Oh, no.
Coraline.
I know this about
That's a good one, man. Yeah, dude. Is that Tim Burton? Did he do that one?
No, it was it Henry Selick?
But it's very Tim Burton-ish.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, that's a good one. Yes.
Hey,
Hell yeah. All right.
He favors the book over the movie.
I like old school comedy.
He really does. I tell you one thing I know about him.
With Jim Carrey, bro. That's just that dude right there.
Oh, really?
It's Henry Selick, right? I knew it was Henry Selick.
Have you ever seen Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls?
Yeah.
Well, that Nature Calls is part 2. Pet Detectives part 1. Yeah, dude. Both of those kick ass.
Oh, there's some of the most funny about most best. I had them on the VCR and stuff. Or there's an action movie, and I don't think nobody, like, not too many people, but like probably older folks like you would know, like the Guyver. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Oh, McJiver. We call him McJiver because of all the shit he's able to pull off. It's like, come on, man. But yeah, dude, that's a cool show.
Yeah, man. There's so many things, Mummies Alive and stuff that my mom had showed us and stuff. Like old
Yes.
tunes things.
And his mom is my mom's sister. Trust me, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that too.
The music, I never felt. I forgot to mention with the music. One of my first inspirations in music was Prince. The song "When Doves Cry."
Oh man,
I was like 7 years old, and I could not get enough of that damn song.
Their second favorite was Purple Rain.
Yeah, Purple Rain right there. Yes, those are the jams. You just keep playing them over and over again, right?
Yeah, I couldn't get enough of that. I had we had the movie
Yeah,
Purple Rain. So on the scene selections, it had the When Doves Cry, the music video and all that shit.
Shit, my first couple of bands were actually going to be the Beatles and Elton John with his own stuff. Because my grandfather he would take me out driving to the back roads of San Diego.
yeah.
It'd be country roads, and what do you know? Hey, Grandpa had a beer in his hand, and I'd be sitting in his lap, and I'm steering the truck. Hey, you laugh at it, man, but I was 5 or 6 years old, steering an F-1500. It was a diesel engine. It was Ram 1500.
Wow.
So Grandpa would let me grab the wheel, and he would go control the gears and the gas, and he would go real slow, and I would be like this. He would have a beer in his hand, and I'd be sitting on his lap. And what do you know? Elton John, the Beatles, all that old school stuff playing on the radio. I fell in love with that music.
All that good classic rock, man. Yes, hell yeah.
And
When they say they don't make it like they used to, they really don't. But they don't have to. We make it like we know how to do it nowadays. You know what I mean? And that's how they did it, and that's all good. But I was born in 70, but I really wish I would have been born like in 65, so I would be able to enjoy some of the wildness of the 70s. I enjoyed all the 80s, and that's all great. But the 70s, there was just a little bit more wildness, a little more tripping, a little bit more everything. So anyway, I do love all the classic rock. And speaking of, not speaking of classic rock, but thinking about rock, I got to give a shout out to our guy Tony Sandoval from Excess.
Ooh,
Tony!
Debut album from Fallen Fears is a hit right there. He's a 5-tier. He says top shelf band right here.
Hey, I got one more shout out.
You know it. And Eddie.
Aiden Pollock. I see your name up there.
Oh yeah, Aiden.
I see you there.
Yes. So much love, Tony. We love you, man, on the kit. And Eddie on the axe. Man, Eddie's one of my favorite guitar players, man. He's a shit. Zombie King. We're waiting for some more Zombie King, Eddie. All right. And Aiden, thanks for joining in. Hell yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Okay, great. And Lieutenant Dan, you already know. You already know. I love you, Dan. Hell yeah.
You already know.
Next, I want to talk about. We're gonna start wrapping things up. We're already about 1.5. All right. We're gonna start wrapping things up, but I want to bring everybody aware that our bands are teaming up this Saturday. We're gonna be at the House of Rock. We've got my band Mighty Unclean, a tribute to AC/DC, along with Breaking the Chains, a tribute to Dokken, and then we've got Fallen Fears, and we've got Excess in the house. 4 big rocking bands this Saturday at the House of Rock. $10 pre-sale tickets, $15 at the door. Don't wait till they're $15 at the door. Grab them early, $10. Get them there at the House of Rock. Tell them that Fallen Fears and Tony sent you from the podcast to get those tickets without any extra service fees. Thank God that Casey feels the way he does about service fees, because fucking Ticketmaster is raping me every time I want to fucking go see a big show. But we're keeping it real at the House of Rock. They're trying to keep it inexpensive. If you know you're going, drop in there, buy the ticket, either buy it online. If you can't, go in there and get it and save a few bucks. But don't worry about that on the day of the show. Get them ahead of time. But if you can't, just show up Saturday, because we're going to be fucking rocking hard. These guys, Fallen Fear, is going to hit the stage at 7:15. And then we got Excess. We've got Dawkins, Breaking the Chains. And we got my AC/DC tribute. If you love rock, you know you got to be there Saturday. We're going to be hitting hard. Fallen Fear is going to be dropping hard. And I know they're going to be, I got to hit this. I want to make sure I get it right.
Definitely.
Now, I know you opened up with it before at the Red Rabbit, but is Know Your Time going to be the opener, or were you looking more as a closer for that one?
Are we going to do that?
Are we going to do that, Sam?
You really asked us. We have it planned out. Technically, You know your time.
That's you know your time. I love it, Tris. That's right. Be at the show and you'll find out when they're gonna play that one right there. Hell yeah.
You know when your time's up.
Right. And what's coming up after Saturday for you guys?
Yeah, we have a gig on
Artisan?
It's gonna be our first ever
show that we put on.
Fallen Fears hosted show.
Right.
We've never tried this before. We're trying it now. Don't let us down.
It's on the.
By the way, we won't let you down either.
21st.
The 21st of March.
And
this month.
And who are the bands? That
It's gonna
Love
be.
Didn't Return, Razcat.
And
hey, come on, man!
Stereo.
Love Didn't Return, Razcat, Dream Stereo are some of the best bands that I've been a part of with gigs coming along the way. And hey, man, if you come out, you don't come out to see them. I mean, like, what's the deal?
yeah,
These guys are amazing. But no pressure. If you can't, you
I
can't.
personally like Dream Stereo and their song Icy Cold. It's one of the songs that I put on my list.
And for me, man, Razcat, man, they're crazy enough.
Yeah,
You might as well go. You might as well go see them.
What's the date of that one again?
The
21st.
21st of this month.
Come out to the Artesian on the 21st.
Hey, be there or be square.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We got to start giving the Artesian some love. One of our new venues here in town. I'm glad that you guys are taking it on by hosting your first show, man. You got to do it sometimes. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait forever till somebody's ringing your doorbell or giving you a call and saying, hey, when can you play? Sometimes you just got to take the bull by the horns, take that date. If there's a new place like the Artesian, get a date. And hell, if you're able to put together a band for your first show, getting together some other bands after you've already got the band together is going to be easier this time around. So I appreciate the entrepreneurship, way to make it happen and way to make some things happen for yourselves and to include your friends. You know, when you're doing gigs like that, I always like to bring up new bands and I like to bring up young bands because I was that young band. I was a new band back then 30 years ago and I needed somebody to give me a fucking break. And I always took advantage of it, man. I always just went up there and I always wanted to be the guy that didn't want to have the band playing after me. You know what I mean? So you bring your A game and guys like Chris and you guys, you know what I'm talking about. You won Battle of the Bands, you know, when everybody's bringing their A game and when you got to step up. And I just feel like you guys are bringing that A game to every show because with that kind of attitude where it's like, hey, you may have heard that Know Your Time before, but you ain't gonna hear it like you're gonna hear it this time. Come check it out. We don't copycat these songs. They're gonna be fresh, but it's gonna be the real song. But it's gonna be at the moment. And you want to be there to enjoy that moment, man, because it's going to be magical. So I love all that stuff, man, because I interview a lot of bands, but I don't hear that kind of perspective on it. And it's fresh and it makes me need to have that same kind of feel about my music and with my guys. It's like, hey, I want to feel like that too, where every song that we write is my favorite one. You know, honestly, it's every song I've written, it hasn't been my favorite, but I make them a favorite after maybe singing them 20 or 30 times. It's like, fuck, this is where I've been waiting for this song to feel this fucking good. Now we got it. So, you know, when you were writing original music, you know what I'm talking about. But I tell you what, so we got some good things to look forward to. Fallen Fears, go check them out on their Instagram, on their Facebook. Give them a like and give them a follow. So that way, you know, you can be reminded when these shows are coming up and check it out right there and give them a like and make sure you're going to be there on the 21st as well as this Saturday over at the House of Rock. Now let's go ahead and move into our closing segment. I call this Draw the Line. So I'm going to be giving you some bands to compare and I'll go around and each one of you guys just tell me who you would rather see if I gave you these two bands playing a concert in Alice, but you can only be at one of them. All right.
Are we doing this as a team?
No, I'm gonna go around.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I got like 6 of them, 6 verses. So starting first, I'm gonna start with Damien right here. Damien, who do you prefer out of Pierce the Veil versus Avenged Sevenfold?
That's a hard one.
I want them to be hard.
Yeah,
that's really hard.
Honestly, that is good. mean, I literally have it like tattooed on my arm. It's my first tattoo. So I'm gonna go with Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, and you got the tat to prove it.
Yeah.
All fucking day. Yeah, I love that. Fuck yes.
14. My birthday.
Oh, all right, cool. Okay, Felly, what do you think? Pierce the Veil versus Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. I have to. Even though I saw them already, they're really good.
I missed them. I know they've come and put on 2 badass shows here at Concrete Street, and I think I was there for one of them, but I had to go see it I had to go watch it from the fucking cemetery because I got out of work late, like at about 10:30, and I knew they were still playing. So I made the trip just to go check it out. So I bought a fucking tall boy and I just hung out, and I couldn't see the band, but I could hear the band. And I was just like, oh shit. And you always hear about their guitar players are fucking shredders. Oh, the way they jam and the speed that they're able to do the solos, almost like Dragon Force in a way. But
the guy, the dude that I was telling you about, he could play that.
Sinister Gates.
The Dragon Force.
Yes. I'm telling you, great fucking band. Okay, so Kevin, what do you think out of them 2?
Okay, so let me explain this to you. Pierce the Veil was my favorite band's almost new competition growing up. No, it wasn't Pierce. It was Avenged.
Yeah.
So to me, I watched a lot of Avenged like live performances, and I kind of know what they produce, but I've never ever looked into Pierce. So I'm gonna go with Pierce because it's something I've never seen, and it's something I would never try to see.
Good choice. That's right. So you're gonna give them a try that night, all right?
I got a chance to go ahead and see Pierce against Avenged. I've seen what Avenged looks like.
Yeah.
But I've never tried to look into Pierce the Veil's type of stuff, and I feel like they put a pretty good show. And I mean, like pyrotechnically biased.
Yeah.
Fireworks and stuff like that.
Well, they got some killer jams. I'm sure they fucking deliver with a lot of energy and presence on stage. I'd like to see them. It makes me want to Google them later on and see what they got on YouTube so I can get a little taste of what they bring. Because, the songs are hooky. They got some fucking hooky songs. Damn.
I mean, like the way they dress is like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yes. And I got my cover band Fistful of Metal, and I've got several people said you got to do a song for Pierce the Veil, and I was like, okay, and they've shown me a couple of songs. I'm like, damn, that's some fucking hard shit.
That's what I mean. Like they play pretty fucking mean.
They're good. They're fucking badass. I love it. It's a badass band.
It's not my favorite type of music, but I wouldn't mind watching a show from them just because it's something different.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Chris? Who do you like out of them 2?
Like I said, I've always been a metalcore punk rock guy, so I'll probably lean into more Pierce the Veil. So, yeah, like I said, it's closer to metalcore or like stuff like that. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yes, I dig it. All right. And Andy?
Pierce the Veil.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I already know.
He has a signed poster.
Yeah, I have a signed poster of Pierce the Veil.
Oh shit! Very fucking cool. All right. I'm glad I brought that one up. Okay. Second set. Damien, Mudvayne versus Slipknot.
You got me fucked up. Nice.
I would say Slipknot.
Hey, I'm gonna take one with you, by the way.
Yes, do it. Thank you.
Give me one.
I would say Slipknot because Mudvayne, I only listen to very little other songs. I grew up listening to a lot of Slipknot, but not really like the new albums and
stuff. But
stuff.
he just took a shot of Fireball. Well,
Slipknot. One of the best shows you'll ever fucking see.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. 8 crazy or should I say 9 crazy motherfuckers up on stage dropping like it's not. I've seen them I seen them on the first tour in '99, the first Ozfest, and that was the shit right then.
Dude, I'm
telling you, '99, fuck yeah, they opened the fucking side stage when they were just paying their fucking dues. But let me tell you that Ozfest right there, that was the third Ozfest, and it was what a great day it was. Okay, so you had Slipknot opening up, you had an all-girl band from overseas called Drain STH, you had Static X headline.
Dude!
No, back that up. Fear Factory headline. Static X came out right before them. And there was another band called Booyah. And I want to say, Yeah, they're from like Argentina or something, but they're like a South American band that had like that tribal kind of Sepultura kind of new metal mix into them. So they're bad. But on the main stage, System of a Down opened up. Fucking first album. What was wild about that is when I was watching them, we're at least 10,000 people. We're singing every fucking song they had, and I was like, where the fuck have I been? I've never even heard these guys before. And these guys, everybody knows their music. So I felt like I was really out of touch.
Yeah.
But so System, then you had the Deftones, you had Primus, you had Slayer, Rob Zombie, and Black fucking Sabbath.
Hey man, Tony, let me tell you, what a time to be alive.
I'm telling you, bro. Yes. So I went to 8 of those, and it was just definitely the show of the year. Definitely a show of the year. But enough about that.
Who do we leave off on?
But I had to talk about Slipknot, man. And when it comes to the show, it's like, Kiss was my band when I grew up. I saw my first Kiss concert. That was my first concert was Kiss back in 1979. And I saw them on the Dynasty tour right before Peter Criss left the band, before Ace left the band. And they still had all the makeup. And it was in San Antonio at the... I think it was the Joe Freeman. But another cool thing about that is we rode on the C-101 party bus.
Damn.
Back then in 79, C-101 you'd buy tickets and they drive you from here to San Antonio to go see, Scorpions, Iron Maiden. In this case, it was Kiss.
Yeah.
Dude,
and
they was
bring that shit back.
Man, they need to bring that back. They take buses over to go see the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? And all drinks are all provided. It must have been the same thing. When I was on that trip, man, they were smoking, they were drinking, they were snorting. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was 9 years old. Going, holy shit. Yeah, I was like, wow, this is fucking radical. And then we all went to go see Kiss. And on the way back, just nothing but Kiss. It was one of the best days of my life. It was incredible. Looking back, it really was. So let's get back to the topic. Damien, we're going with Slipknot, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Felly, what do you think? Mudvayne or Slipknot?
Slipknot.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeff sound easy for her. What do you think, Kevin?
Definitely not going to be Slipknot. It's going to be the other band because Mudvayne, I've been dying to see Chad Gray for over 5 years.
Yeah. Yes, man. He's fucking bad.
Okay, right now, personally, what I think he has the best modern modal. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. He has the best modern metal vocals of right now.
I get it. That range he has, man, and the sincerity when he sings.
About his soft voice and his raspy, hard. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
I really want to see Chad Gray so bad. So Mudvayne for me.
Mudvayne. Excellent. Chris, what do you think?
Slipknot. I've heard a couple of Mudvayne songs that he showed me, which they're pretty good, but I think I have more Slipknot songs that I like.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Before I forget. One of my favorites. Yeah. What do you think, Andy?
I'd go with Slipknot.
Have any of you guys called him live yet?
All by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still prominent on Chad Gray's vocals.
Hey, Chad's the beast. God, he's such a beast.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
I love the covers that he's been able to do. He did a cover from Phil Collins called, I think it's called Mama.
No,
but
shit.
it's a dark song from Phil Collins. So he did it. It's even darker. But they did another one from The Police called King of Pain.
Oh, really?
That's a badass cover.
Damn.
And there's another one that's like on the tip of my tongue. But I think my favorite Mudvayne album would probably be The Beginning of the End. That was their second one.
Okay, so that one for me, it's New Game and a couple of others.
That's a good one. New Game. Yeah, that was a tight one. Fuck yes. Okay, let's move on to our third one. How about Damien? What do you think? It seems like you're more of a metalhead, but what do you think? Which would you rather go see between Rancid and NoFX?
have no idea who those are.
Hey, look, you got all of us.
All right. So we're gonna get a pass right there from Damien. All right. He's like, I'm gonna stay at home.
Huh? What's going on?
All right. What do you think, Felly? You familiar with these two?
You're gonna say no.
Kind of
effects.
just
See, this
because
is
of
Chris's
Chris.
one. This is
What?
Chris's
He's
one.
about
I
to
would
say
say
no
no
effects.
effects. I would say no effects.
No effects last name.
Hey, he's about to say no
Yeah,
effects.
no effects. I've heard of Rancid, but man, I dig no effects hardcore.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say
Especially the punk. My dad has always been a punk rocker, and
Yeah.
when he sings, he sounds just like that motherfucker.
Oh, cool.
I would go no effects too.
Yeah, and
All
I
right.
feel like I'm more compatible with singing punk rock like that too. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I can sing pretty close to that.
Oh, you could. You could. Definitely. I can hear it. All right. What do you think, Andy?
No effects. I don't think I've
Yes.
ever,
Yes.
No effects for the win.
I don't
They're
think
so fucking. They're such a fun band too, man. They're such a fun band. When I see a band playing and they're having a blast like No Effects does when they're executing, man, it makes you want to just fucking have some cold beers and get by the pit. Just really just
Definitely,
have
man.
the time of your life.
Okay, warm up to it.
Oh, the late punks, they never die from old age.
There you go. Hell yes. Okay, moving on. I got Lincoln and Damien. It's your turn. Lincoln Park versus POD.
Oh, did you just say pick a destiny?
Pick a no. The Prophets of Doom.
probably.
Never
POD
mind.
from Southtown.
I've never.
I would say Linkin Park. I grew up listening to them when I was little. I remember the Windows 7 computer where there'll be like a bunch of music edits of like Linkin Park like in the
Yeah.
background music. So I would say Linkin Park.
Good one. Hell yeah. Felly, what do you think? What do you like out of them two?
Linkin Park, easy.
Lincoln Park.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, dude, but
Rest
Chester,
in peace, Chester.
Chester is my shit, bro.
Hey, that's one of my probably biggest
Hey,
inspirations
look,
in
this-
music, especially with the piano stuff.
Yes.
You're all the way through
Oh.
up to him. We're all Linkin Park.
His vocal
Andy.
fucking range.
I'm also Lincoln Park. So
Hey, 5 out of 5
his
Linkin Park.
vocal range.
Kevin's calling it. I'll tell you right now, it's 5 out of 5 Lincoln Park all fucking day. Yes. You know what? When I heard about Lincoln Park about 10 years ago, when I heard it was like a boy band put together.
That's what you think, right? But then you
Yes,
realize that Chester was really talking about the truth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was true or not, but that's kind of like a rumor or something I'd either heard or read. But nevertheless, man, coming out with their first single, One Step Closer. Fuck, dude, that's fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hard jam right there, dude. And they got so many good ones. Numb off that first one.
I like Crawling,
I like
man.
Giving Up.
Crawling.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. They're whether if they put them together, hey, for whoever the A&R guy was that put that band together, he must be fucking filthy rich because that band really fucking took off.
And
So
Chester,
rest in peace, Chester. What a loss to the metal world.
He speaks to all of us.
She had a distinct voice, man. Not many people can sound like that, dude. I don't think I can. I can sing it in my own way, but I can't match what that guy could do, man.
And honestly, dude, the worst part about it is
He's an inspiration. That's all I can say.
to me, the
Yes.
worst part about it is that nobody really realized until it's too late.
Facts, man.
That was the whole thing about Chester.
I mean, over here,
Right.
I've been over here crying, listening to his music, drinking a beer, all drunk, fucking.
Crawling in my skin.
You know, me as a singer, and I'm sure you have, Chris. You try and hit those screams, right? That Chester does,
Hey man, it's
Oh, yeah.
hard.
singing along to him in the radio.
He does it for like 17 seconds.
Where's
or
the-
like,
yeah.
Yes.
Put me out of my misery.
Yes. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I knew I could share that with you because
yeah,
you
man.
know it's as a singer and other musicians, you kind of want to feel what Chester feels when he's doing that scream,
I still
and it
can't
feels
do
so fucking good.
But that right there is like I try to like.
But it has an ambience to it.
Yeah,
you just like you want it.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I couldn't do that even if I tried. But I feel like as of now, I'm more improved as a vocalist than I was when I started the band. I feel so much better, and I feel confident in my vocals way more than I've ever felt in my life. Like
Yes.
I've always loved to sing and play with my voice. I've always watched my dad making music and singing. So it's like I said, I'm always working on my vocals. I always like sounds. I like sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be able to learn all the instruments in the band. You know what I mean? So or just learn. I like violins too. That's probably my favorite instrument.
Oh.
Yeah. So eventually it'll be cool throwing some violin or something. You know what I mean? Like. But there's a band, metalcore band. I forgot what it's called. But they incorporate a violin, and they're also pretty hardcore too. Like it's
fuck yeah, that's tight. That's fucking tight. Oh, dude. Well, I love the originality and the creativity you want to bring to it, and add those extra layers, man, because that's the kind of stuff that no one's doing. So bring that to the table. It doesn't have to be a long part. It can be in whatever the song needs. You know. Just bring it and bring something new ideas where it's the keyboard. I just like the ambitionness, man. You're very ambitious to really create some fucking really there's no holes barred. There's no limits. And yes. I like that that you guys aren't putting no walls around what you're doing. Yes. It's like if you got an idea, we deserve to hear that idea because I don't want to be shortchanged, and I don't want that to be given to some other band or some other project you do somewhere down the line.
Facts. You gotta use your imagination too, man. Like
yeah,
you never know what you could come up with, and like there's never a stupid idea, man. You put in. It's of course we can always say like, oh no, that don't go, but if it does go, then hey, what if you didn't put it out and it would have went better than how it turned out in the long run?
Right.
It's like a lot of the times ideas don't come to light, but when they do, they kind of stick and they stay lightning, they stay brightening. So we're not always gonna agree to the same like rhythm, whether it's a lead or it's a drum beat, but eventually we grow onto it and it becomes a beat. So honestly, that's the whole basis of us.
I hear you, brother, loud and clear. I got one more for us before we wrap things up.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna turn it the other way around. So we're gonna start with you, Andy. Andy, who do you prefer, Soundgarden versus Alice in Chains?
Oh
no!
That's actually a super hard one.
Chris Cornell, one of my favorite vocalists. There. Rest in peace, Chris, and rest in peace, Lane Staley. Dude. Another fucking both of those guys. How come they're both fucking dead? Come on, man. God damn. No. How did we lose Chris and Lane and fucking Kurt and Chester? Son of a bitch. It's like four voices of a generation that'll never be replaced.
Hey, we're lucky Eddie Vedder's still alive.
Yeah, we got Eddie. Yeah, we got Eddie. That's true. I love Eddie. Eddie's he changed the game for rock and roll into making it cool to not have to have a distortion in your guitar and have a good fucking rocking song still. Because everybody else got some gain. They're using the distortion pedals, but when it comes to Pearl Jam, man, you don't need it. You don't need it. So what do you think, Andy? Are we talking Soundgarden or Alice in Chains?
I'd have to go with Alice in Chains.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite album from them?
Dirt.
Dirt. All right, good. Same here. Same here. Fuck yeah. They were on a lot of drugs when they recorded Dirt. They were on a lot of drugs, dude. And same thing goes for Super Unknown and Bad Motorfinger when it came to those. I've always heard that the rumor was that Chris Cornell liked to do more heroin than anybody else they'd known.
Yes.
And he would like to get that fucking low. And to me, it's just like, why? Why would you want to get that fucking? Why would you want to do that to yourself? Because I've seen I've never seen anybody do that personally. I've only seen it in the movies, but it breaks my fucking heart that such a talented guy like Chris Cornell, we lost him, and the other guys that I mentioned, Kurt, Chester, son of a gun. It just It breaks my heart just thinking about it.
It's
So
crazy how like actually like common that is amongst like I can say with singers and people that are that get pretty big like that. Or
yeah,
for some reason, a lot of the times they do die off of like overdoses and things.
the excess. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Excessive.
I want to be able to eventually get to the point where I'm more sober and yeah having fun every now and then and getting loosening up or whatever. But I've already been to a state where I've overdid myself. I've done my fair share of things to where I realize that if I keep doing it or I get a little extra, then hey, I can be harmful to my life.
You
And then,
could.
and
Yeah.
then I can be hurting the people around me as well. You know.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? It's like you said, you're heartbroken. You're heartbroken. I mean, who's to know? Even your closer family is gonna be more heartbroken than that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, sometimes, you know, fame can get the best of you, and these guys are a perfect example on how fame can take you down some dark roads. You know, sometimes you got to watch what you ask for, because sometimes you might just get it, and it might not be exactly what you want, or you might not be able to tame that fucking beast that comes with the fame.
Yeah,
but try and keep yourself yourself together. Try and keep yourself healthy, like Kevin, and don't follow the herd. You know, be your own man and stick to what's right, even if nobody else is going to do it. Just do what's right, because you know it's the right thing to do. So how about enough of me fucking lecturing, all right? Alice in Chains or Soundgarden? Give it to me, Chris.
Same thing. Yeah. Both of us do the same thing. So who's next?
Chris.
I'd have to say Alice in Chains.
Okay, Alice in Chains again. Okay, and Kevin?
Okay, so let me tell you why it's going to be Alice in Chains.
Tell me.
Make it short, yeah.
Lane Staley, I'd seen his documentaries. I'd seen his biopics. I'd seen a good amount of them. And, the guy was trying to speak, but at the same time, didn't have the guidance he needed in order to stay alive. But the guy was basically found in the motion of himself 2 weeks after he had already passed away.
I know.
And
really nobody went to go visit him.
That's why I like him. The reason why I like him is because every time that I listen to his songs, it almost brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Like the guy doesn't lie about what he's talking about, whether it's like Over Now, whether it's
right. Like Stay Away from No Excuse, Jar of Flies.
Staley really spoke to me.
Down in a hole.
Down in the hole too. Lane Staley really spoke to me growing up. And he's gonna be always my most favorite lyricist and singer. The same thing goes for Randy Rhoads as my guitar player.
Yes.
I'm always gonna love him.
It.
But long story short, Lane Staley and Alice in Chains, and that's why.
I get it. Hell yeah. Guys, we got 2 minutes left.
Yes, sir.
So real quick, Felly, tell me, who's it gonna be?
Stone Temple Pilots, but I'll have to choose Alice in Chains.
Okay, all right, okay. That's okay, I get you. All right. And rest in peace, Scott Weiland. There's another one right there.
Yes,
Damien,
sir. Yes,
tell
sir.
me.
I'm gonna disrespect all of you. Soundgarden.
No,
Soundgarden. Yeah.
That's totally valid.
Love Chris.
No.
Chris. Guys, I've had a great time. I had a great time, man. Getting to know y'all and finding out about going through the whole album. Man, I had a fantastic time, and I knew I would, dude. And you know what? It's because whenever I ran into Kevin. I think I ran into Kevin not too long ago over at House of Rock. And
already.
The biggest smile. And just right now, look at Eddie smiling, man. You guys you make me fucking have a smile and be happy to be a part of the scene with you guys. So I can't wait till our gig coming up this Saturday. All right. I already sent the info as far as loaded and all that kind of good stuff. But if anything changes, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
But guys, Damien, Felly, Kevin, Chris, and Andy, these are Fallen Fears, y'all. Be there at the show this Saturday. Go to their YouTube, go to their Facebook, go to their Instagram, like, follow, subscribe, get some more Fallen Fears, and coming out on the 21st, Nevertheless, the new single. Check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing it on Saturday as well. So if you come through, you can check that out.
Who said we're gonna play?
I thought we
Oh,
were.
fuck yeah.
Hey, man, I really appreciate everything you did for us tonight. The whole everything. It was nice talking to you, conversating about this and that, bringing us in as a part of your podcast, man. Thank you.
Yes, man. We really appreciate you bringing us up on the podcast.
All right.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm squashing your heads. Pleasure's all mine. Hey, we'll do it again, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Thanks again for tuning in to the Tony Gomez Show. Thanks for everybody tuning in and chatting and joining us in the chat room. Y'all fucking rule. Fallen Fears, keep rocking, and I'll see you. Take care, guys.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Later.
Later.